welcome to the video. So, you still suck at Fortnite in 2020? Let's see what we can do today in today's video to fix that and turn you from a noob to a pro. First off, let's start with your keybinds. What are your keybinds? If your keybinds are just crazy, you're obviously never going to be good at this game for playing on PC on mouse and keyboard. One finger should not hit more than 2 keys at a time for building, fighting, shooting, switching your weapons, everything. You should not have more than one finger on 2 or more keys. I mean, my builds, I have X and C as my 2 builds. Z, I'm using my ring finger, and I'm using my thumb on my mouse for my wall. It's so much quicker than if you have, say, F, X, C, and V, all for your pointer finger to hit for builds. If you're using that as your build, you're obviously never going to be quick enough to hit all the keys you need to build like a pro. So, once you fix your keybinds and get them to no more than one finger hitting 2 buttons at a time, you can start to get that feeling and learn how to actually build. Now, to start off, you need to know how to floor wall ramp, which is also called ramp rush. It's something that looks like this. It's just a floor wall and a ramp. Very easy to do. If you can't do this in 2020, you were definitely a noob. Nothing about that changed my mind. You need to be able to ramp rush. So anytime there's a target in front of you, they can't just shoot you out. You ramp rush like this, and then you can get up to them. This is the most basic build, and this is what you should start off doing. You use it in literally any Fortnite game you'd ever play. Secondly, for building, you need to be able to 90. 90s are just a ramp rush, but a little corner. I mean, these were invented, back in late 2017, early 2018? Almost 2 years old. This game's going on 3 years old now. And if you can't 90, you're not going to be good at the game. It's the fastest way to get to high ground. If you learn how to 90 because your keybinds are better now and you can click all those buttons quickly, you'll see a massive improvement in being able to keep high ground in a build fight. Now, these are the 2 easiest builds. Yeah, you could use tunneling. I mean, tunneling is mostly for tournament play. And then you could also use 1x1s, which I mean, they're, these were invented back in 2017, and just post up in here, and then you can have your phone on the floor, and you can be editing and looking through them. But truthfully, competitive play. You need to know how to ramp rush, and you need to know how to build 90s if you want to be good in just regular pub matches of Fortnite. If you have that down, you're ahead of the game for sure. So, watch my other tutorials, how to 90, how to ramp rush, the basics. Please click on that if you want to go in more depth of how to do it. Now, weapon switching. If you use a scroll wheel to weapon switch in 2020, you are having some big problems. I personally use 1, 2, 3, GT, and 4. I'll pick up some weapons here to show you. I find it helpful, but you can use whatever keys you want to use as your switching, but don't be scrolling through like this. This is just the worst way to switch, because I mean, you could be in a fight using your shotgun, and then you want to get to your sniper because they're a little bit far away, but then you scroll past and you go to your other shotgun, and you're just screwed. But I mean, if you click G, you go right to it, and then 3, you go right to my shotgun. It's just the simplest way, and you don't use a scroll wheel for switching through weapons. Now, editing. editing is probably the most important skill to learn. If you don't know how to edit, you're going to be in some big trouble. Even if you're the best builder in the world, without editing, you're nothing. Everything takes editing now, especially now it's 2020. I'm sure it's just going to keep getting more advanced. So for resetting walls, I highly recommend using your scroll wheel for resetting, because you can just swipe up with your scroll wheel, it'll reset it, and then you click the confirm button. And it's probably the fastest way. It's the fastest way I've ever figured out. And you can get really good at editing. Now, I'd recommend using editing courses. You can pre-make your own, like Make It, or you can go use a pre-made one that someone has already made. Either way works out fine. You have to practice your editing if you ever want to be good at Fortnite. Editing is one of the key most important parts, and you have to do it. Every fight you're going to be editing. I mean, if there's a dude right here and there's one by one and you're right here on the side, I mean, obviously I'm sure you take the ball and they replace it, but you're screwed. You're not going to be able to shoot him. You have to be able to edit, shoot, and then reset the wall. I mean, if you can't edit, shoot, reset the wall quickly, you're a noob. I mean, what else can I say? You have to be able to do that. Now, lastly, all I gotta say is practice. Practice everything. Practice your builds. Practice your aiming. Practice your editing. You need to practice everything if you want to actually be good at Fortnite and get into the competitive play. You have to practice. I mean, I'd recommend at least 30 minutes of creative every time you play before you actually go into a real match, if you want to get good and be able to play competitively. No, I'm not the best Fortnite player in the world, but I'm pretty decent, I'd consider myself, because I practice. I mean, you're never going to get better if you don't practice, and I mean, as the saying says, practice makes perfect. So make sure you practice if you want to get good and, you know, be in competitive play. Play against the big names like Tfue, Ninja, you know, 72 Hours, all of them, all the very big names. You need to be practicing and getting into those high arenas to play with them and into the tournaments. So if today's video helped you out in any way whatsoever, please leave a like, subscribe, share this around. I'll make more if you guys want more on just some little tips and tricks. I can go into more depth in videos if you guys, you know, leave me a comment and let me know what you like. So thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, you're a champ. And I'll see you all in the next video. Adios.